Hey guys, welcome to Introduction to Corrections. For those of you that don't know me or haven't had my classes before, I'm Rick Stanfield. I teach the criminal justice classes here at A&C. I also teach some business law classes. And I'm looking forward to this semester with y'all. I think if you've had my classes before, you understand that I'm pretty lenient as far as allowing you to take tests and time frames. So don't get too far behind. But we can always, I know how it is to work and go to school also because I did that. I did that all the way through my undergraduate and also through law school I worked. So I get it. But don't, these classes, if you get too far behind, and there's absolutely no reason to get behind in the classes because I'll work with you. Even if you have a quiz that you're not comfortable with, make an appointment. We can take it over the phone together. We can work through it together. As long as you know the material, that's what I want. I want you to understand the class when you leave this class. That's the goal, that you can take it and use it in your profession, or you'll understand it and whatever that through as whatever reason you're taking criminal justice classes, that you'll use it for those reasons. Chapter 1 is simply an overview of corrections. I think you're going to be fine. If you'll go over the material provided, you'll be good. I do want to go over just a couple things. This is going to be a really short lecture this week. If you'll know your key terms, you're going to be fine. Every week, you're provided a list of key terms in your textbook. And if you know those, it makes life so much easier. So understand those. Occasionally, you'll have to do the key terms for a grade. I don't make you do those, but if you'll go over them and understand them, it'll make your life much easier and easier to understand the assignments and the quizzes that's in front of you. So one thing I do want to talk about is sustainable justice. And you hear the term sustainable justice. All that means, it's justice that can be carried out without compromising future generations of justice. Sometimes we have justice that 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 lessens the likelihood of future justice because of the justice that's put in place at the present. So sustainable justice is justice that's carried out without compromising future generations of justice. So it's a simple term, but I want you to understand the terms. The reason I want to talk about that. Know that a crime is simply a violation of law. And there's two classifications of crime, and there's felony and there's a misdemeanor. There's also, there could be three if you count an infraction. So let's talk about felonies, misdemeanors, and infractions. Felony is the most serious classification of crime. A misdemeanor is a less serious classification of crime, and infractions most of the time it doesn't even go on your record. It's sometimes like a jaywalking or when I was a Missouri State Trooper, a seatbelt violation was an infraction. It didn't go on your record, and no one saw that. So you've got felonies, you've got misdemeanors, and you've got infractions. And I want you to understand the difference in those. Adjudication. The adjudication process is all that is the process at which the court arrives at a decision in a case. So the process from beginning to the end, where the defendant is found guilty, not guilty, or even there's some type of trial arrangements where there's not a trial, where there's some type of plea bargain. The whole process is the adjudication process. Know that the components of criminal justice system or the three components of the criminal justice system are the police, the courts, and corrections. So it starts with the police making an arrest or making whatever happens. Then it moves on to the court system where they're convicted or they're let go. And then it moves on to corrections after that, where they're incarcerated. So it starts with those three steps. Starts with the police, next is the courts, and then it moves to corrections. Know what non-institutional corrections is. And all that is if someone's pardoned of a crime or there's probation, anything that involves the defendant not being incarcerated is non-institutional corrections. So if the defendant isn't incarcerated, it's non-institutional corrections. So those are the few things that I wanted to make sure you understood for this week in this chapter. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. Good luck. It's going to be a great semester. Stop by the campus if you're around here. I'd love to meet you.